My name is Joana Miranda, and I was very honored to be the Champagne Wishes second prize winner in the recent Rio Tinto Champagne Diamond Contest. I was born in Portugal into an artistic family, and my father actually has done jewelry as a hobby all of his life. So I was very used to seeing soldering tanks in the house when I was growing up, and perhaps because of that, that's where my earliest love for jewelry originated. I was very excited when I learned of the Rio Tinto Champagne Diamond Contest. In particular, I love a challenge of designing around a specific stone, and in this case, the rules said that the designers were supposed to submit a design around champagne diamonds in a specific size and color range. So that was an extra challenge, and I had never designed around champagne diamonds, so I really was very excited to do this. I love champagne diamonds because of their earthy quality and the unusual color. Most people think of diamonds and they think of the crystal clear, fiery brilliance, and these are very unusual, and I find them very sensuous. I find inspiration for my designs pretty much all around me. Sometimes it can be a piece of music, sometimes it can be something I see driving down the street, or a design on a dress in a catalog, but I find that I'm constantly looking and I'm constantly getting inspired. The ideas tend to pop into my head, and sometimes I can be designing something in my mind while I'm doing something totally different. For me, after I proceed from the initial sort of chicken scratch sketch, then I usually will transfer the design to flesh it out and transfer it to a piece of paper. If I'm doing it on a colored paper, I'll use a vellum to trace over my original design, and then on the back of the vellum, I color the paper with silver pencil so that when I flip it over and put it on top of my colored piece of paper, I can trace and I'll get a very faint silver line. I choose different colored papers depending on what kind of metal and stones I'm going to be rendering. In the case of the Rio Tinto Champagne Diamond Contest, I did my rendering on black paper, partly because I wanted that sort of wow factor from the sparkle of the stones, but also because I wanted to do rose gold, actually, to complement the earthy tones of the stones, and I wanted that also to have a lot of brilliance and shimmer on the page. I have a lot of very interesting training in my background. I have specific design training from GIA in New York. I did a quick design lab class there a few years ago. I'm largely self-taught as a renderer, but I also have a lot of training at the bench with a master jeweler, and that's helped me because I have a good idea of how things are going to be constructed. And so I'm usually trying to keep that in mind when I design something so it's not so impossible to make. I also have many years of training as a classical musician, a violinist and a violist, and that training and the long hours of dedicated work in a practice room really does serve me well when I sit down to design, because I have the ability to really lose myself in what I'm doing, and I don't even notice time, it flies by. I think the thing that I like the most about designing is the creative control. And I love being able to have an idea in my mind, and sometimes it seems like it just magically appears on the paper in front of me. Sometimes I have to work at it a little bit more. But I love being able to go back and look at it and have that finished product in front of me. And it's even better, as in the case of the Rio Tinto Champagne Diamonds Contest, when my winning piece, is being manufactured, so I'll get to see the real piece. Receiving this honor in the Rio Tinto Champagne Diamonds competition is great validation for me that I'm on the right track. It's incentive for me to keep on doing what I love to do, which is designing. And I think it's a great idea to have more people aware of how beautiful champagne diamonds are, and that white diamonds or clear diamonds are not the only alternative on the market.